No, stop trying to read it. Yeah, okay, yeah. What is your biggest fear when thinking about our future?
Like, I'm just in it, and that's always scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the stuff we talked about last week.
What do you mean?
After the wine bar?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like what we talked about. Yeah, like I've just mentally, like, put all of my eggs in our basket. In our basket. And it's scary because, yeah, like in the past, haven't really done that often with people. And I mean, like, platonically and romantically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like where you look at someone and you're like, I rely on you, I depend on you, like, I'm going to be there for you, and I'm just going to trust that you're there for me, and that what you're telling me is true. And so, like, since we're so committed to each other, that's just scary, because I just know that if anything happened, I would be, like, broken for a little bit. I mean, like, I would be strong and and make it through it, but, like, it would be rough.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, okay, my turn. Okay. Tell me about a time I disappointed you. And how do you feel about it now? Be honest.
I know. I will be. I always am. Oh, I know. Valentine's Day. You were out on a trip.
Oh.
You were on you were traveling, and we had planned to Skype, and I, like, had canceled, like, people had asked me to hang out that, like, didn't have, like, their person, and, like, I didn't make any plans, and, like, I went and I cleaned your entire apartment, because I knew you wanted to come home to be clean, and, like, I had, like, done all that, and then, like, you were, like, 3 hours late. Like,
I know.
Like, and, like, it was really tough, because I just felt like I wasn't important in that moment.
I know.
But now, you've been so good about it, that and you really changed the behavior, so I feel like it was a really good learning lesson for us.
And I just wasn't late, cuz.
I know you weren't, but, like, in that moment, I was just like, oh, drinking, like, was more important than, or, like, drinks with, like,
people.
Yeah, with people were more important than...
That's not how it was, though.
I know. But that's how I felt in the moment.
Right, which is fair.
Yeah. So, I think that was probably, like, the moment where I was just like, do I not matter? Like, kind of a thing. Yeah. But, like, since then, it's never been an issue.
Okay.
Because we've had a lot better communication. Because, like, whenever we, like, have a disagreement or anything, we always ask each other, how will this not happen in the future?
Yeah.
And I feel like we've never had the same fight, like, twice because of that. Except for when I forget to take off the mail key.
Don't forget to take off the mail key!
When has been a time that I've disappointed you?
Sometimes when we argue and it gets... Since these are deep conversations, we talk about fights so much, it sounds like we fight a lot. We don't.
We don't.
We don't fight a lot.
No, but, like... the thing is, we remember every fight because they don't happen.
Yeah.
Because so when they happen, we really take away from it, I feel.
Sometimes I'm disappointed. It doesn't happen often. I think I can probably count on one hand how many times you've done this. But sometimes when we're both just a little irrational and we're just saying things...
I get a little over dramatic.
And sometimes you put words in my mouth, and it disappoints me that you would think I would think something like that. Like, you'll be like... Well, I don't know, like, well, you just don't, I clearly am not important to you, or, and I know you're just, like, we're both just emotional women, but I'm just, like, I'm just a little bummed, like, you really think...
That's not fair for me to do.
Yeah, so I guess that...
I think we both are a little guilty of doing that.
I've totally done that, yeah.
But,
so if you have been disappointed in me, that's fair.
Yeah, but... I love you.
But
and I know that I'm important.
I also do clam up more than you. I try to think a lot before I speak.
I know, you do. You're very, very good at that. That's probably something I could work on.
But you worked on letting me do that. That used to frustrate you at first.
You're
like, why aren't you saying anything? And I'm like,
no,
I'm really introverted and processing all of my thoughts.
I know, I just like, you let me know when you're ready to talk.
You do.
I do.
Okay.
But we always, I feel like at least... I'm gonna say like 95% of any disagreement we've ever had is more of a conversation.
Yeah.
Like a conversation. It's not like, you're a butthead. No, you're a butthead. It's not like that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's never like name calling or anything.
Like,
yeah.
Right.
It's just like, well,
when
this is
you did
how
this,
I feel.
it made me feel like this.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you could explain, like, is there another side of the story?
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you do that, it still makes me feel like this. In the future, how could we?
Like, boy, that is like exactly like our disagreements. It's like, well, you made me feel like this.
Which I really like it. And
yeah.